Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time. And he's got his man on the comebacker. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action here on first down, surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
Now a handoff looking right. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make
big hurry worried he got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can... I guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, That was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Cardinals defense now, they make their way back out there. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw. As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, still had to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point, because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
All right, here we go. Boom,
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. All kinds of time. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they'll run it here. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Pardon the rims of the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is incomplete. Here's Garrett Swanson now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
You almost hear the wheels turning all the way up here. Do I go out of bounds? Do I put my head down and try and gain additional yardage? In this situation, I probably would have put my head down and just tried to get upfield. Going out of bounds did them no good, and they lost additional yardage.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
Take your word for it, my man. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it.
And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Arizona, and even 40 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He'll drop to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Cardinals defense. They head out and get set here. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go-around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finding time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. He's going to look deep, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put them in the driver's seat.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team. Automatic 1st down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Second down following the incompletion. They'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They come out here in the eye. Third and goal now. Ball on the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. Third quarter now. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Plus like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. 14 yards that time for number 14. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. What a great play there from 10 yards out. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Garrett Swanson now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And all the way down to the 37. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st.
Here we go now!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And Frank's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
No matter the week, no matter the team, you're going to hear coaches wax nostalgic for big tight ends that can control the edge of the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes you don't have a tight end in the game, so now you're looking at your tackles. Can they control the perimeter?
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Garrett Swanson now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinal defense, they head out to get set here. They're trailing on the scoreboard. Now, they had to watch that last drive, then they come out here. Defensively, when you played, did you like being out there defensively to start the second half or wait to drive?
I wanted to be out there right away. Come out of the locker room, get right back into the flow of the game, because sometimes when you sat around, you liked it when your offense gave you a long drive, but it made it a little bit tougher to get out on the field.
It's the second drive here. We'll see how they respond.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Third down now following the run. The gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They come out here in the eye.
No, Jack Patrick.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They'll set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And it's fielded at the 34. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We focus our attention on the Cardinals defense now. They forced the punt the last time, got off the field. I'm sure some of your D coordinators through the years, you liked when you heard those words, get off the field.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Maybe you didn't like it when you heard those words.
It depended on when they were yelling them. But in this situation, absolutely perfect. Get off the field, force a punt, let the offense take over and do their thing, and it resulted in a field goal.
Well, we'll see if they can do that again. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Going an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Their big tight end from 13 yards out. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
We got trips over here.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he cuts it out to the... He's got daylight. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first two series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll run it on the toss. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the fourth. Well, at this stage in the fourth, I thought they might work it down the field a little differently, but they go with a run. Hole opens up, and he's gone.
Were we mind melding there? Because you're thinking differently, meaning throwing the ball, right? I'm with you. With that time on the clock, I thought the ball would be in the air on just about every play. And they came back and got them with a surprise because I think the defense was planning for that as well. That took some fortitude as a play caller. Give him high marks for making it happen.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. He's back to throw. He's got time. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so.
False start, offense.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They come up with an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.